week, and technically it's not
Mm-hmm.
the first time it's been to this level.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, the first time it tried this level was here. So we get a close really beneath
Mm-hmm.
here. It's
Mm-hmm.
like this was what we've been waiting on since the top of January. Yeah, I think we had a Zoom on that for the mentorship. This is what we've been waiting on since the top of January. So this is
Mm-hmm.
all still just manipulation, but it's like, I mean, we traded GBP, JPY probably a couple of times, but we probably got manipulated. Oh yeah, we did. We got manipulated just a little bit, and then I stopped playing with it because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, it's showing me that it's not respecting it. But I think going into February, it might respect sales because
Okay.
metals overall still have room to go up. Because it's like just because it's on pullback, the pullback still makes sense on structure, except it's looking at it from the higher point time frames of this is a higher high
Mm-hmm.
and this is a higher
Mm-hmm.
high. We went past this higher high, psyched out everybody. Really, everybody that didn't buy low right here, December 29th, got screwed
Mm-hmm.
up these last 2 weeks.
Over
So
the
then
over
it's
the
like
okay.
they're thinking, how low can it go? How low can it go? They like maybe it could retest to this higher high, but it's like in an uptrend, the lows aren't guaranteed. The lows are a blessing, right? And then it's like, so if you get a low point that's getting retested, then it's like you want to buy that. If you get a low that's being retested, you want to buy that because everyone that didn't buy the low, it could go to this low and still be in trend. It could go under this low, not close beneath the low and still be in trend, but it never went to it went to the low, but it never got completely to the low. It took out everyone that bought high. Again, they bought that higher high, and now it's like, okay, eventually this
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be higher low, and then it's gonna lead me to a higher high. So people are thinking gold is gonna go to 6,000. Why don't they
Mm-hmm.
buy gold at 40,700 before
Mm-hmm.
6,000? Why they want to buy it at 5,500? Why they want to buy it at 5,900? And like, it's going to 6,000.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say that as someone that's been buying gold since we've been buying gold since
Mm-hmm.
3,800.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm tired of being right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just, but the market, you can make money from the market without being as active in the market. So I think I'm gonna change the approach of the signals,
Okay.
because I'm gonna just start entering. I'm gonna just give the market time to set up because I think the spam is what's throwing. The spam works when it works, but when the market is getting chopped up and people can't see it, then it's like it leaves
Mm-hmm.
me at a bad point, and then they might be confused. It leaves more confusion basically. So I'm just like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just try to change the strategy. But it's like it's not even a change of strategy because it's like I still attack the market the same way. Maybe my entry strategy is different. Instead of the spam, I'm hitting it
Mm-hmm.
with swing entries, but then I'm letting those intraday time frames really set up before I add a bigger entry. But then we gonna be executing less, but it's still gonna be higher lot sizes. But we have to at some point have faith that those entries are gonna hold, even if maybe I check in once or twice a day instead of
Mm-hmm.
a couple times a day because it was like a couple different spam entries, basically. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
How you feeling? You
So
got
when
any
you say,
questions?
yeah, so when you say spam entries, when you were looking at that chart, it looks like it was a consolidation.
On which one?
So was it the dollar? I think it
Um,
was, go back. No, it wasn't this one. This one, no, that was gold. I think, no, it wasn't the
oh,
dollar.
oh, snap. Look at that. I
If I
think it's
see
giving a
it,
buy entry right there. Oh my God, we were just
okay.
talking about that. You see that? This is a low point. We already bought it at this low, and then we bought it at this low, and then we retesting this one. Oh my gosh, I love chart time. Beep. You see that?
So when you see that wick, that's what's signaling the buy? That
No,
wick
no,
on
no. It's the
that
setup
candle?
signal getting the buy.
It's-
We bought
So
over
when it wicks
here
off that, uh-huh, okay.
because of the area that it retested. So the area that it retested. So let me see. Let me see if I can remove it so you can see it better. It's like in an uptrend, you're dealing with higher highs and higher lows, but your higher
Hmm.
highs is the area of interest of where you want to buy, basically. But every time
Okay.
frame has a higher high. I'm sorry, every time frame can give you that entry, higher highs, higher lows. In this
Yeah.
case, it's a higher time frame. It's a weekly setup. So it's like the weekly chart didn't get fully retested. It got retested here, but it's like this retest was here. The lows ain't
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed, but it almost retested the low. When it come to retest,
Mm-hmm.
the retest can would do 100%, 90%, or 50%. I
Oh,
say I
okay.
typically seen 50 to 90%. So basically, all it did was give you the end of your entry one more time. But it's like, honestly, if you wasn't holding over here and you was swinging, if we was swinging or we was intraday trading, everybody got screwed up. All them entries is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
This is a weekly
Yeah.
chart. So it's just like that's why you got to pay attention to where you are in the market. But in order to catch those weekly entries, your anticipation got to be spot on. So that's where it comes to second nature. You got to really believe the rules of the market is making higher highs and higher lows. The market is a buy, but the market been a buy before here. The market been a
Mm-hmm.
buy since over here. The market been a buy since I started trading in 2017. The market been a buy.